The Uyghur Genocide, a crime hidden in plain sight. In the northwest corner of China, in the region of Xinjiang, a silent genocide unfolds, hidden behind surveillance cameras, walled off by propaganda, and buried under the weight of global indifference. The victims are the Uyghur people, a Turkic-speaking Muslim minority whose only crime is their identity. And the perpetrators? The Chinese Communist Party, armed with cutting-edge technology, re-education camps, and a system of oppression so vast it puts Orwell's 1984 to shame. This is not speculation. This is not exaggeration. This is the slow, calculated erasure of a people, and the world watches, trades, profits, and remains silent. What is happening in Xinjiang? Over 1 million Uyghurs have been detained in so-called vocational training centers, which are in reality concentration camps. Survivors describe torture, rape, forced sterilizations, forced abortions, indoctrination, and slave labor. Uyghur women are forcibly paired with Han Chinese men in state-sponsored marriages. Uyghur children are separated from their families and raised in state-run orphanages. Mosques are bulldozed. Religious practices are banned. Language is suppressed. This is not assimilation. This is cultural genocide, a ruthless attempt to erase an entire ethnicity from the map without firing a single shot. Why doesn't the world act? Because money speaks louder than morality. Western corporations profit from Uyghur forced labor, including major fashion and tech brands. From cotton fields to factory lines, the hands that make your t-shirts and assemble your phones may belong to someone in chains. Governments are compromised, too dependent on China's economy to risk confrontation. Beijing dangles trade deals, silences criticism, and punishes countries that dare to speak up. The UN is powerless, blocked by China's veto and influence. The Muslim world is largely silent, muzzled by Chinese investments and authoritarian regimes that fear dissent. The result? The Uyghur people are left to suffer alone. This is genocide. Period. Let's call it what it is. When a state forcibly sterilizes women of a specific ethnic group, it is genocide under the UN Genocide Convention. When it breaks families, bans religion, and brainwashes children, it is genocide. When it enslaves millions and wipes out mosques, it is genocide. The Chinese government insists these are anti-terrorism measures or poverty alleviation programs. But that's how every genocidal regime begins, by dehumanizing a people, branding them as a threat, then disappearing them into silence. Where is the outrage? Why is the world louder about balloon incidents than about mass sterilizations? Where are the street protests, the sanctions, the boycotts, the global movements that once toppled apartheid in South Africa? Is our humanity so selective that we defend only those who fit within a geopolitical narrative? Is genocide now acceptable if the victims aren't trending on social media or if the perpetrators own our debt? What can be done? It's not too late, but silence is complicity. Demand independent investigations into camps and factories in Xinjiang. Boycott companies that profit from Uyghur forced labor. Pressure governments to recognize the genocide and impose sanctions. Amplify Uyghur voices, survivors, activists, and journalists. Refuse to look away. If we don't act now, the question future generations will ask is not, why didn't we know? But why didn't we care? Final words. The Uyghur genocide is not a ghost story from the past. It's happening now in real time. And one day, the world will look back in shame at how it watched an entire people disappear beneath a digital curtain of silence. History repeats itself not because we forget, but because we choose not to see. So see them, name them, fight for them, because human rights mean nothing if they don't mean something for everyone.